Holy, 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 holy. Holy, 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 holy. Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it sunrise and sundown. Him a go dear like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him live never a go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them nowadays, so them dear like a chaff, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon the judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous and the way of the sin among them always and always. I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Joe, come away. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. My brother, my sister, here we are not neutral. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And of course, you know who I am, and you know what time it is. My name, Blakk Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the whole family. My brother, my sister, that is what we do exactly here. We make sure that the whole family is fed. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, sieve out these ideas, pick up the creme de la creme of all these ideas, and we use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonemo, and here we speak truth to power. Watch this. We are sponsored by the kind courtesy of Tap Tap Send. And when we talk about Tap Tap Send, we are talking about the end of an era when people used to travel several kilometers, several miles away in order to locate a certain branded building. Sit down and then wipe off all the sweat from the brows, feeling lentiforms, after which money could be sent to Ghana. Now, it has all come to an end by the kind courtesy of Tap Tap Send. Now, in the comfort of your homes, you can now send money to Ghana. Maybe you are on the farm. Maybe you are riding along the streets. Just park at one side, tap, tap, and send money to Ghana. My brother, my sister, talk to your business partners right now. Talk to your associates. Talk to your loved ones and family to send you money through Tap Tap Send to Ghana. Oh gosh, are you in Australia? Are you in Canada? Are you in America? Are you in the European Union? Maybe you are in the United Kingdom. Maybe you are in the United Arab Emirates. No problem. As long as you find yourself in these areas, it is easier for you to even send money to Ghana. You know what to do? Download the Tap Tap Send app from Google Play or from App Store. Right after that, you are ready to send money to Ghana. How much are you sending to Ghana? My brother, my sister, tap, tap, and send. And the speed with which your transaction is done is like the speed of light. Geometrical. My brother, my sister, Another good thing about Tap Send is this. It is raining amazing rates on Tap Send. We have some of the best rates on Tap Send. Another interesting thing, Tap Send is community conscious, very community sensitive. And Tap Send is helping with so many communities right here in Ghana and beyond. That is why you have to send your money via Tap Send, receive your money via Tap Send, and every penny, every dollar can be traced. Oh my God, have mercy. Now the most interesting news is that I have some bonus for you. Now when you are ready to send your money to Ghana, be you a business associate, a loved one or family, this is what to do. Use the promo code Blakk RASTA. It's spelled all capital. BLAKK RASTA. BLAKK RASTA. Oh Lord God have mercy. And when you use that, you get a special bonus instantly. Don't forget the promo code. It's very important to me. Promo code Blakk RASTA. That is for first time senders. When you send it for the very first time, now you don't need to use the promo code again. Anytime you send, oh, it's already registered and you pick up the bonus. One time, my brother, my sister, send money to Ghana. Ask your friends, loved ones, and business associates to send you money via Tap Send. Oh my God, to Ghana. This is the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Now we are live on YouTube, also live on Facebook. You can also find us on TikTok. Yes, where we are taking and talking. We are also on Instagram. You will also find us on X, formerly called Twitter. Some people say Twitter. Oh, my God. This is the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo. And this is the Black Empire TV. The program is called the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Our numbers are rolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us as we get ready to introduce our first story out of 3 stories. Story number 1. Watch this. McDAN'S Doomsday here. McDAN'S Doomsday here. McDAN'S Doomsday here. Now, when we talk about Doomsday, we're talking about the end of a certain period. That's Doomsday. Normally, it comes with a lot of tormentation. It comes with a lot of negative things. Doomsday is normally seen to be the end of the world. When Satan and his angels descend on people with so much chagrin. Doomsday is the day that everyone is scared of. But we use the term doomsday to mean a certain Armageddon, my brother, my sister, in our lives. It looks like McDAN is going through his doomsday, and the time is here. Who is Daniel Macaulay? That's him there. His name is McDAN. Oh my God. He's a very prominent businessman. In fact, from the Ga-Adangbe ethnicity. And it is important for me to mention Ga-Adangbe because he's also the owner, my brother, my sister, of Electrochem, right there in Adan. And over there, my brother, my sister, he was able to convince the chiefs of the area, after convincing the government in power at the time, the NPP, to be able to give him the franchise. Better still, to give him the whole length and breadth of the Koli Lagoon in order to do what is known as salt production. My brother, my sister, he named the business Electrochem. He's gone through a lot of issues with the indigenous people of Adan. Yes, they wanted an investor, but they did not want a Napoleon Bonaparte. They did not want a Caesar. Neither did they want a Nebuchadnezzar. All they wanted was a businessman who would look at their side and then also look at the side of the nation and, of course, humanity. But for them, a lot of them in Adan, This was a draconian man who came in with a vampirous set of teeth, sucking the blood of the sufferer in the area. My brother, my sister, there were gunshots in the area. I took time to go there and investigate and write my story. I listened to his side and listened to the side of the indigenous people of Adan. And we realized that things could be better. The two parties could sit down and work things out. With time, McDAN seemed to have opened up for the feuding parties of Adan to come through the gates so that they would sit down and have a conversation. By what time he had already fallen out with the chiefs of the area, who also started fighting him and saying that they had regretted allowing him to come into the area. And therefore, if anything at all, he should just pack and leave. But the man had invested so much money into his business. The man spent millions of American dollars on the project. He employed a number of people. Despite the shooting, the deaths recorded in the area, my brother, my sister, this man stood his ground as a businessman. He will not relinquish his business and investment. He would have to fight so hard to the end of it all. And he told me several times, Blakk Rasta, I will fight until I achieve the goal of salt production in the area to cover the whole of the West African subcontinent. My brother, my sister, this is Daniel Macaulay, aka McDAN, the owner of several businesses. Many people call him a successful businessman. My brother, my sister, this is a man who wielded a lot of influence in the days of the NPP. In fact, he went through a certain demolition, and I had time to sit with him for him to explain what happened. We all remember Raymond Archer. Raymond Archer, a journalist and a politician, had his businesses grazed down to the ground in the days of the NPP by the kind courtesy of McDAN. And in the run-up to the elections that got the NDC back into power, Raymond Archer, in fact, without mincing words, threatened that power would soon see McDAN suffer. And it looks like the days are here. The NDC is in power. Raymond Archer is a member of the NDC. He is also a member of the ORAL, that is Operation Recover or Loot. And just a few months in power, McDAN seems to be feeling the pinch of a new regime in power. What really is Blakk Rasta talking about? There is a video making the rounds. Play the video. And this video making the rounds, my brother, my sister, is purported to be witnessing the demolition of a McDAN property worth millions of American dollars being grazed down, my brother, my sister, as ordered by the law courts. This, my brother, my sister, I am told belongs to McDAN, and many people were there to witness how this massive building was brought down. National security was there. A journalist, we were told, in fact, was assaulted. And this journalist came all the way from Joy FM, multimedia. This is the journalist, my brother, my sister. And this journalist has also told his side of the story. And as you can see in this video, national security man comes forward talking to him, and pow! One man has been given a very big, whip. And there he's trying to run away. Now the men are armed. They're chasing the man away. Oh, Lord God have mercy. And they're taking him off. Oh, gosh. Now the multimedia man is standing there, wondering what would happen to him next after seeing this. According to him, he got a punch from behind. And when he turned to find out what was happening, oh, they started beating him up. And then they bundled him up into a van with a McDAN CEO. In fact, the group CEO also bundled into the same vehicle and driven to the National Security Headquarters right here in Accra. Joy FM, the multimedia group, has condemned this, and the government of Ghana has asked for immediate investigation into what exactly happened, and a journalist was beaten whilst cameras were on. This is McDAN'S doomsday. One thing McDAN actually cherishes more than almost everything is his investment. And that is so with almost every businessman. Right now, I can imagine what is going through the mind of McDAN when it happened to Raymond Archer. Raymond threatened that it will happen to him too. But my brother, who ordered the destruction of McDAN's building? Under what conditions and circumstances? What exactly happened? Was it the courts? Or who did this? Watch the story. As it rolls from Ghana Web, my brother, my sister, open your ears and listen to this with rapt attention. McDAN's warehouse demolition. Watch as national security operatives arrest journalists and brutalize civilians. Run it, my youth. And it says individuals believed to be operatives of the national security have reportedly arrested a journalist of the multimedia group who was reporting from the site where a warehouse owned by Ghanaian business mogul Dr. Daniel Macaulay, popularly known as McDAN, was demolished. Now, according to a news report by Joy News, the armed security officers stormed the area when the said journalist Carlos Colony got to the demolition site. Now, the report indicated that the porter was taken to National Security's Blue Gate in Accra, and nothing has been heard from him yet. Now, the report captured the commotion when the security officials got to the site, in which the officials could be heard arguing with the reporter about whether he could report from the site. Moments after the journalist started interviewing a civilian believed to be an eyewitness, one of the security officials who was in military uniform started whipping the witness, as you saw in that video. More of the security officials, who were all in military uniforms, then pounced on the civilian and started hitting him. The officials then ordered the journalist and his videographer to stop filming the incident, but the journalists could be heard insisting that they could not be stopped from doing their work. Now, the journalist is also heard asking the supposed security operatives to take him to their boss. The cameraman who narrated the incident in the news report indicated that the reporter was picked up by the security officials for allegedly filming the incident with his phone. They have taken Carlos because they said they suspect he'd filmed them when they came. So they seized his phone and took him to the national security, he said. Wow. So who ordered the demolition of McDAN's warehouse, located just around Action Chapel, owned by Archbishop Duncan Williams? The courts. Under what conditions? Circumstances? Was it illegally acquired? That is what is in circulation. In fact, that building there, we are told, is very, very much disputed. We are told that McDAN built on a disputed land. Remember, we reported this story earlier in the year, and the matter went to court, and the court has ordered the demolition of this building. Now, many people have said that McDAN has the penchant of grabbing land, left, right, and center, both legally and illegally. Is this one of the illegally acquired pieces of land? Why would a businessman risk his investment by building on a land that is disputed? But McDAN thinks otherwise. He says he acquired it lawfully and he has the papers. But it looks like somebody else swindled McDAN, and the right person is now here to make sure that the right things are done. My brother, my sister, when the landlord coughs, all tenants must keep quiet. It's the black pot. But sadly, come here. The beating of the journalist, the arrest of the journalist. I must congratulate the journalist. He stood his grounds and said, me, I will not stop filming. You can't stop us from doing our work. You are doing your work. We are also doing our work. Both of us are citizens of the nation. How dare you stop me from contributing my quota to the development of the nation? That's a very bold one. I think the journalists should be awarded. And again, I'm glad that the president, the government of John Dramani Mahama has quickly issued a statement and asked for immediate investigation into the issue. I am so happy that we have graphic images, gory images of somebody being beaten on camera. My brother, my sister, what are we taking our country through? For how long are we going to continue this draconian behavior? How on earth did we reach here? Why? Why should security people beat up civilians? Is it a military regime? What is wrong with us? I think that President John Dramani Mahama must sit back and summon all these people, or else they will embarrass his government. Look at what Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine is doing. It's so shameful. You decide that you will discontinue with a certain court case. Somebody who you were a lawyer to, my brother, my sister, you decided that you will take part of the money and let him go away. Meanwhile, others are still being heckled in the law courts. What is good for the goose must be good for the gander. Is this the regime we voted for? I certainly know that this is not that regime. President Mahama must, in fact, start to act right now, or else this regime is going to go through serious embarrassment. Right now, there is some kind of favor. There's some kind of grace, my brother, my sister, that the NDC is enjoying from the people of Ghana. If this favor, if this grace, for want of a better word, is lost in the eyes of the people, there's nothing the NDC government will do that will please the people of Ghana, like what happened to Nana Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo came. He had a lot of welcoming grace. People loved him. Unfortunately, you can't hide arrogance for long. He became one of the worst leaders this continent has ever had. Today, nobody wants to even talk about Nana Akufo-Addo. Nobody wants it. I do not want to see this regime go into it. It's early days yet. To see military people beat up civilians. What right do you have? What have they done? The civilian that we saw there, was he carrying a bomb? Was he carrying a gun? Is that national security violence? Oh, please. I'm going to reserve my comments. I'm glad that investigations are going on and those military personnel, if found guilty, in fact, must be punished. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Koko Shonomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey, wayo, wayo.
will show them.
Blackpot, aka Kuku show them all. And here we speak truth to power. Next story. Story number 2. Watch this. Road minister draws sword over SHODDY projects. It's a sad day, my brother. It's a sad day. Now in Ghana, sadly, we collaborate with foreigners to rob our own motherland. The Dagombes have a saying which I want to share with you. Nijar gunjiti welezoka cherle. Jargunji ti welezoka cherle. Is only a fool who sits on a tree branch and is cutting down the same branch. My brother, my sister, I am hurt. Listen attentively. Foreigners come into this country. We see that a lot of the road constructions happening in our country are done by international contractors from Italy, from England, from America, from China, especially from China. And when they come in, our own leaders that we voted into power and their cohorts connive with them and ask them to lower the standards. We pay for road that is supposed to be worth 5 units, but we get roads that are worth 0.5 units. It is sad. When these foreigners come in, they charge and say this is how much they will charge to do the work. And the nation decides to pay them. Sometimes donor organizations come together, development partners come together. Sometimes we even take loans to be able to fix our roads. And when they charge, first and foremost, a lot of these dirty leaders ask for kickbacks. To give you this, we need you to pay us this amount of bribes. And sometimes they will even tell them when these companies start to complain, oh, you know, working on this is going to cost a lot of money. We need this level of bitumen. We need that to keep the road to the level of the international standards. Say, no, we don't need that here. Reduce the standards. Give us low quality roads. It is our country and we say we want low quality roads. Do that. Bring the rest of the money. Let's share and blow it. That is the scenario. So they build roads and in just days, the roads are beginning to erode. They build roads and we have to come back to those roads in a few months to rebuild. They build roads that came to meet Kwame Nkrumah's motorway, built several tens of years ago. But those roads erode faster, quicker, in no time, as compared to Kwame Nkrumah's road. That tells you that they have used poor quality materials. They have used bad quality materials. And it is sad. Very, very sad, my brother. Now the roads minister is angry about it. The average Ghanaian, my brother, my sister, is an idiot. A lot of Ghanaians are idiots, from the leaders all the way down to the servants. We are only thinking about our stomachs. That is why we will continue to be slaves until a new group of youth come out with red eyes and are ready to stand and face these idiots. And I will lead that. Wallahi, I will lead that. I am angry. They come to fix my hometown roads. And I promised my grandfather that, oh, as for this year, inshallah, we are coming for a visit at home. They fixed the road. Somewhere in June, before Christmas, potholes all over the place. My brother, my sister, we don't even love our country anymore. It looks like we hate ourselves. We are a self-hating people. Can you do this in China? In China, you dare never even mention a bribe. In England, you dare never even mention a bribe. In America, you dare never mention a bribe, let alone give them low quality roads. Who are the quality inspectors? Corrupt people, foolish people with no sense. They are headless jacks who are walking like tolo tolo. I'm angry, my brother. You go to South Africa, you see quality roads. They were built years back, but they are still solid. You go to Algeria, their roads are like glass. You go to America, every second there is a certain truck that is cleaning the roads. It cleans the roads with water, some of the roads, and much more. In England, in Switzerland, yet in our country. Nanado told us it was a year of roads. They told us how many kilometers of roads they built. Today, my brother, my sister, walk on some of the roads that they built. It's like no roads were built at all. Why do we do this to ourselves? Sometimes I miss Rollins. If this was in the days of Rollins, he will call the contractor back. Who okayed this contractor? As for the contractor, we might not be able to chase him into Italy, chase him into America, into China, and pull him out. But who okayed this road? He will bring you. I say, check it. They built this 2 months ago, and this is the condition now. Did you okay this? Recently, some of the foreign contractors told us that the roads that they built, they were not supposed to have heavy trucks running on them. But heavy trucks were used on some of these roads. What an excuse. Now, the roads minister is saying something that I'm happy about. Who is the roads minister? Do you know him? He's a Saturday born. Kwame. Run the story, my youth. He's an honorable member of parliament as well. Roads minister vows sanctions for staff who approve payments for shoddy road projects. Run it, my youth. And this was published today by My Joy Online. Now, the minister for roads and highways has warned staff of agencies under his ministry, vowing to surcharge and sanction officials who authorize payments for substandard or incomplete road works. Oh, Jesus. Now, speaking at the government's accountability series on Wednesday, that's today, July 30, the minister said the move is aimed at restoring professionalism and ensuring the delivery of quality infrastructure across the country. Staff of my agencies will supervise. If you are working with highways, feeder roads, urban roads, and you supervise or authorize payment for works that were not done or were not done properly, if we find you out, you will be surcharged. I think that is quite clear. He stated, that's the only way we can restore some sanity and decency, and then also improve the quality of our work, he added. Now, the minister emphasized that the government is committed to raising standards within the road construction sector by holding both public officials and contractors accountable. As part of the new enforcement measures, contractors will now be required to demonstrate competence and commitment before being awarded contracts. He further revealed that contractors will be mandated to obtain performance bonds, which the government can redeem if the contractor fails to deliver within a valid explanation. Run it without a valid explanation. His name is Kwame Agboja. My brother, why are we behaving like we don't have common sense? Kwame Agboja says you will be surcharged. In other words, when you decide to okay a bad road and he finds out, you will pay for the whole construction or reconstruction of the road. That's surcharge. My brother, how did we get here? What happened to the contractor? What kind of contracts are we signing with these people? In some countries, they will pay you about 70% of your money or 50% and hold the rest of the money for a guaranteed period of the roads. And when we reach that period, maybe 6 months or 1 year, and the road is still in good condition, we will pay you all your money, the remainder. If we find potholes in it, you'll be asked to come and fix this within the guaranteed period. My brother, my sister, and if we realize that it was done so porously, then we decide to kick you out. What happened to those clauses? They come here, the idiots that we are. We carry the taxpayers' money, my cocoa father's money in Bono Ahafo. We carry all and give to these guys. They take away and we help them to swindle our nation. And when they are gone, enjoying the money, we are here grappling with bad roads. Look at how people are dying on our streets. There's no plan in the building of our roads. Sometimes you have to travel a 6 million mile road in order to have a U-turn. What is the planning? On our highways, when I'm driving in America, in fact, I don't drive in America. When somebody is driving me in America, my brother, my sister, I don't see bicycles on the highway. I don't see motorbikes on the highway. But in my country, Ghana, you see goats and sheep on the highway. Sometimes goats and sheep making love even on the highway. And you ask yourself, what is happening? Bicycles are on the highway. People are walking on the highway, crossing the highway only in Ghana. Go to America and show me one highway where goats and sheep are mating, where dogs are mating. Show me in Germany one single highway where people are crossing as if they were moving from one bedroom to the other. That's why it's called a highway. What is the planning? Where is the planning? In Ghana, when we give you a ministerial position, it's just for you to come and be part of the looting society. Loot. Go. You don't have anything to show for the responsible position they have given to an irresponsible leader. I want to congratulate Road Minister Kwame Agboja. But my brother, we can do more. It's not only about cracking the whip. It's also about patriotism. Hey, I will say this thing till the end of time. If we are able to instill the discipline of patriotism into our people, we don't need a whip. When you go to England, to America, hey, people behave like human beings. Some dogs in America behave better than some people in Africa. Dogs in America, some dogs behave better than some human beings in Ghana and Nigeria and some other countries. Why? Because they have been taught discipline. In our country, we are so wicked to ourselves. We rate foreigners more than our own hard. Jesus have mercy. Our own ancestors, we look down on them and give all the credit to foreigners. I'm very passionate about this. Sometimes it's only just a talk shop. They talk. And I do this, and I do this, and I do this. Yet they themselves are looting. I want to believe that Kwame Agboja has a heart that beats for Ghana. Right now, you don't even know who has a good heart for Ghana. When they are in opposition, they talk like crocodiles on heat. The moment they get into power, we become their food. Hallelujah. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Koko Show, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we'll be taking your messages and we'll close for the day. Hey! Wayo! Wayo! It's the Black Pot, aka Coco Shonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Can we pick your minds? Kojo One Fool says good evening. Flacco Harlem TV says good evening, Blakk. Blakk, why are you so interested in Nigerians in Ghana? If you knew the life they are living in Ghana, trust me, you wouldn't complain about Ghanaians asking them to leave. This is what I don't want to hear. Why Nigerians? So every Nigerian is bad. Do you know the lives Ghanaians lead in South Africa? Have they sacked all Ghanaians? Do you know the life Ghanaians live in England? Have they sacked all Ghanaians to return home? All I'm saying, Flacco Harlem, let's not colorize crime. Let me be more simple. Let us not put color on crime. We mun omuye crime no. We mun omuye akromfo no. And we mun there be. When we do that, we will lose out. Let's fight crime as crime. Let's not give it color. Let's not give it a face. Or else, the real things will pass by and we'll go after innocent people. This is simple. Look, some time ago, we all knew who the thieves were. The ghetto people who were finding it difficult to rob, and we respected so much people who wore suits. Some of the thieves started to wear suits. So you see him in his suit and tie. So we say, we're the bank manager. So we're the Onye Kromfo. They are the bigger thieves. So because they had colorized crime, they kept arresting us. They see RASTA away or no we na yacho. Oh, we dey oye kromfo say kromfo na nim say kromfo nti yache no. Omo ye kromfo no, akromfo no. They are in suit now, they have rebranded and they are going free. Don't let us do that. That is xenophobia. I'm saying, let us catch the thieves, the 419 people, the people who are trafficking, the people who are doing that. Let's shoot them. When we shoot them, whether they are Nigerian, they are Chinese, they are Indian, we will see who will come into this country and do foolishness. We don't need to come out and say, all Chinese go. All Syrians go. All Nigerians go. All Tanzanians go. We won't be wise like that. That's all I'm saying. What am I saying that is not making sense? What am I saying that is difficult? Yes, so then Pam Nigeria for you now, uncle. Munim Ghana for do omo Nigeria. Omo so sorry, alata for omo say Ghana for omo so munko. Then now bilateral talks and a Ghana minister, no koho, Nigeria minister, no koho, and the MBA borders no, we don't need that. Who can say ukrom kwana Nigeria for war? Ko Nigeria no ko SHODDY. You'll be shocked. How many Ghanaians are in Nigeria? Me, I'm even getting ready to go to Nigeria for some business and back. We should open the borders. Hey, now, Flacco, I'm happy the way you ask your question. So let me approach it like this. Do you believe in African unity? The AU. We have the EU. You know what they have done? They have opened all the borders. All the borders. There was a time they didn't want to include Romania. You see, Romania, for Niska, they are so poor and they involve themselves in so much crime, so they will not put them in the EU. But geographically, they are in the EU. They fought it because that was discrimination. Now, Romania is part of the EU. What have they done wrong? They are there. If we want a true unity for Africa, we must open all the borders. If I move from Ghana, I should be able to enter Togo without a policeman stopping me and asking me, carte d'identité. No, I must walk through. Go all the way to Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Cameroon with no border. We cross. So if those borders are now opened, Are you going to stand at your border and say, you are a Nigerian, you are a criminal, you can't enter here? Where is the African unity? Fight crime and stop colorizing crime. That's all I'm saying. Nana Kwesi Nyansa says fire. God's way Jata says Blakk Rasta watching you live in Kumasi. Come here. Woyoy. All right. Okay. Jata says hit the like button. Hi. Hi. Kofi Azuma says greeting to my brother Blakk Rasta from Pennsylvania. How are you doing this Wednesday? I'm doing good. Greeting to all the brothers and sisters right here. Blessed Wednesday to you. And Jata says Kofi Azuma. Akwaba. Hi. Make sure all of you watching this live stream right now will click on the like button and subscribe to this channel and donate also. Kofi Azuma says that and says, Jata, thank you. And big up to all of you here. All right. Kofi Azuma, we appreciate you. Seidu Isaka says greetings from Tokyo. Rasta, good job. Joe DK Quiz says greetings from Hamburg. Mark Romeo Fori says respect Professor Blakk. Agenkum. Joshua Nyagre says Genkum. Nyagre is watching. Genkum. We see you. Nyari Stanley says God loves, Africa loves you. Buhari Muhammad said Alhamdulillah. This is the Black Pot. Kwame Edu is watching. Kwame Edu, how are you doing? Apostle, we appreciate you and we love you. Thanks so much for your support. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Joe DK Quiz says greetings from Hamburg. Mark Romeo Foley returns and says respect Professor Blakk. Again, Kum is still watching. And Buhari is still saying Alhamdulillah. Mubarak is also watching. Sean Street Storm says, Wayoy Blakk. The rate and speed with which we expect prosecution of former appointees is very low. I agree with you. We want speed. But the Attorney General says, do you want speed to fail or you want us to take it easy and pass? Well, sometimes we would have to just open our eyes and watch. Jata says, God's way Jata Kwaba. And Kofi Azuma says, Blakk Rasta keep preaching and teaching here. Nothing but the truth. And he says, Blakk Rasta is always dressing sharp here. All right. Shout out to Kevin Taylor, Free Mind, Johnny Hughes, Woody Maya, and that big time DJ Kimo in Bolgatanga. Flacco Harlem says, for stealing lands, Mr. Blakk, go to Lakeside Estate. A lot of stolen lands over there. Oh, Jesus. And you see, some of those top places, there are multinationals who are there. Who Ghana need crown to me call. Once you are entering those areas, neighborhoods, they ask you, who are you looking for? There is no Ajekum who lives there, or Kwamina who lives there. They are all foreign names. I don't want to go into it. Kofi Azuma says, Blakk Rasta, what's going on with marijuana farm? Well, we're still waiting for the licenses. Kofi Azuma comes back to say, call all your friends and family members and tell them that Blakk Rasta is here, live, speaking nothing but the truth and what's happening in Ghana. Okay? So share the broadcast. Patawu says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Long time no see, Pat. Mauli M. Amaglo says, good leadership starts with the right ingredients and a clear vision. Keep mixing and stirring for greatness and never give up on your dreams. Okay? Patrick Nati says, truth to power. Lord upon Bachman says, Blakk Rasta, please don't mention Nana Ado's name again. We, the youth of this country, will one day. Well, I understand how you feel, my brother. That's why there must be a new movement of the youth. This movement of the youth might not get into politics and ask to be voted, but they control who gets voted. Can you envisage it? That before you win elections, you must talk to this youth movement. Very soon I'm going to announce to you something big. And I need all the youth to rally around this. We will control Ghana. We shall change Ghana. We shall change the whole of Africa. Wallahi. Enoch Kojo Atanji says, Jagged Blakk, Tongpo says, my brother Blakk, I love the way you handled yesterday's program about the Nigerians must go despite all the backlash you got from your viewers. Though I didn't agree with you about that particular issue of Nigerians. But you spoke your mind and also showed maturity, not insult back. No, man, we don't do that. I thank you for, the accolades. No, we don't insult back. Yes, I didn't know that. Somebody insults me and I fire them back. Even if I'll fire them back, I'll go and sleep first and think about it. Which now I'm about fear. About knock, my ben knocky. Knock you are. Men and drow did him at them no, Piebra. Yanku. Yanku. Say I know the Obia will be. Now Honda no Obia and you be no Obi. Piebra my uncle. Kuchoko soldiers or anyway, on a more serious note, no. In fact, a lot of these people end up becoming strong fans of the movement. Very soon, they will get to see that it's not about me. It's about Ghana. It's not about me. If Nkrumah was here today, you think he would say, let the Igbos go or let Africans go? Dabi and sit there. No Pan-Africanist will ever do. Look at what Julius Malema is doing in South Africa. Do you know Julius Malema? You know what he's doing in South Africa? They are saying they won't vote for him because he, Julius Malema, is encouraging foreigners. And you know who they are calling foreigners? Ghanaians, Nigerians, Kenyans, Zimbabweans, African people. In South Africa, they call them foreigners. That he is supporting foreigners to come into the country when we should sack all foreigners, set them ablaze, kill them so that only South Africans will remain in South Africa. Look at this level of thinking. That is what Ghanaians are heading towards. Oh, Nigeria for no munko, omuya wama lata for, omunko, omuya kronfo, omuya wiadie, ana omu echichi, nipa, omu kidnapping nipa. Hey, bossu. Tamchuku, relax. We all want a better country. But when you start sacking them, they will sack you too. Ghana for mupe, how do you call kodai? How do you say it in Tree? Ghanaians are so enhia. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. Obi didia mupe biedi. I hope I'm getting the word right. My brother, something small, you fly out. You want to go and get it from another country. You want to go here. You want to go here. And I had the Ghana there new. Ghana there new. My uncle or hono artist or manya oil be and I see a journey and here. Obi ben hia kakra. Efum so amusi omunko. Omu ya shawofo. And omu ya say. And omu ya say. Mu de mu ya holy. Munye bonida. Yesu si mu amundi bonida no. Omu amundi bon omun cast stone no first. In fact, I love your presentation. Wow, keep it up, my brother. Yeah, Tompo. Why should we sack them? I'm saying that let's fight crime. If it's a Nigerian, Kenyan, let's shoot them. By shooting them, take them to the courts. What are the courts saying? But China need to be free China back. Aisha Wang, Obedi Boniwa, the same stupid leaders will come out and say, oh, we say a jelinoa and for shame bre. And just crime free China for honor, mammy no co, mammy no qua, no wasaba, na oko, no oba, no dear Sicilo Lilo, ala si kenke, Sicilo Lilo, ala si kenke. How are they going to respect us? Alata 4, ewaha, China 4, ewaha, mutumi China 4, eko, left, right, and alata 4, they say, I'm pamo munyina uncle. Okay, pam ni park China for crown I say pam on free a long time. Kalam say amuye no and other things no. But we are not colorizing crime. Let's go to the Galamsey field. Whoever is there, whether it's Chinese or Spaniard or free Afghanistan and deal with them. That's the issue. Nwasu David says, God bless you for the truth. God bless you too. Muhammad Banjewan says, Anula Mbiale. Tumbum. And he goes on to tell us that, come here, run it legend. Wayo, he signed MC Scorpion. Mr. and Mrs. Candy says, this road saga is because they don't punish them. And our leaders turn blind eyes to this, which is always taking lives of Ghanaian citizens. Hey, Madagana. Kofi Azuma says it's very important that you all share this live streaming with your friends and family members. In Nigeria, they say members. The members. Wani Boy says, good evening, Blakk. Patriotism is the best way to start resting this country. Oh, yes. Yadobo says, leadership is our major problem. May God help Africa, otherwise we'll be recolonized. Regina Adole says, it's very sad the way our country has been treated by our leaders and institutions. Okay? Okay, so this is where it is. We have the last story, and we are done. Story number 3. Watch this. Asantehene in his own class. Nana Piao. Nana Missy Piao. Nana Piao, wate? Piao. King. Tafra kuche. Santini akwala. Da here. Da here. Che here. King. Piao. This man doesn't cease to amaze me. Na. Why DMBU? Yo. Asantehene gives 1.12 acre land for construction of Ghana School of Law campus in Kumasi. When we are busy, keep it there. When we are busily selling land to foreigners. Omusisi. What town? Ni what town? Me pese me bo any country's name. When our Apeteshi drunkard chiefs know nothing except to sell land. Omudian say we are in here. Eche say u ton asase. We are landguard. Chiefs with no sense. Omunum Apeteshi te say upro. Say upro num Apeteshi. Ana enyo nuna oya aboa onum Apeteshi no. My brother, Asantehene is looking at developing his land. Today, we have a university there called the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. It's one of the premier universities in the world. It was Santimai. How did they build that university? It took another Asantehene. Don't push me to go into history. Who gave that land? When Kwame Nkrumah asked, Mano, say unim, besi school no school poem. Our chiefs are busily selling lands out to galamseyers. They use the money to drink apeteshi and marry little girls. They have no common sense of futuristic development. Say that again. Futuristic development, no common sense. Apeteshi ni nkwala wariye. Ne yo mude. Nana sidabi. Muti aduano a ken. Echese mpuntuo eba. Hey! Ghana School of Law campus in Kumasi. Echese nchebia asantifo bebrebe ye law. Ufri Kumasi a. Or if you are from the land, you get a certain level of... It happens everywhere. Oh, I'm giving this land. People who are coming from my land and they are going to that school, you give them a certain kind of consideration. It happens everywhere. Say, Ubefa students 100. Pacho, say, Asante 4, Beye say 50. Ne apply here. ube fabe say 40 Asante for Nkwan. It's just a bad example, but something like that. If they are qualified, make sure that people from our land, they get more into it. But Ghana is developing to a certain point where we are no longer even looking at ethnicity and tribes. We are looking at Ghanaians. A Ghanaian university would insist that the intake will be about 80% Ghanaians. That's not racism. That's not tribalism. It is just common sense. They do it in Germany. They do it in America. Nana says, Asasino Mumbeje, Mun fancy school poem. Some other chiefs are giving the land to galamseyers. They are giving it to idiots to come and build foolishness. Asantehene says, Saska Bonino, Mendibida. One day when he's not here, his name will continue to echo from the jungle like the voice of John the Baptist. Those appetition drinking chiefs, dirty appetition drink, like that chief that I went to some years back, and I wanted a piece of land to build a university of Pan-Africanism. He was happy. He thought I was bringing him money. He wore his cloth. He asked people to come and pour appetition. They were pouring appetition. After they were done, he said, you see this place, you like it? I said, well, I like it. Overlooking the hills. Okay, I $20,000. And then when we add this is $10,000. And yeah, dollars. I looked at the ugly chief's mouth. And the way he was saying dollars, and very bad roads. He has been selling the land and taking dollars. And so his town is as dirty and blah, blah. Why don't you remove that idiot? He's from the royal family. So what? If he's an idiot, must he be the chief of idiots? No, take him out. We have to start looking at the chiefs who are idiots and they are drinking appetition by heart and not bringing development to their town. Remove them and bring sensible people to rule. That is how we can rule. The royal family also has fools. So when it comes to the turn of somebody becoming a chief and he's a fool, you will still put him there because it's a traditional lineage of fools. Nana is teaching us wisdom. He's not selling the land to Chinese to come and build Chinatown. He's not selling to Indians to come and put Mahatma Gandhi statue and call it Gandhi City. No, he is using it to develop his land. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonamo, and here we speak truth to power. We are finished. Yapon, let's pick your minds. Pick your minds. MCR says, don't pick minds now. He says, I'm too much on heat. I apologize. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonamo, and here we speak truth to power. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time. 6 to 7. Until then, hey! Why? Why?